50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote a series of 7 Harry Potter fan fiction novels. This is book 3 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Commentors from Kazkaban. Everyone, welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. We recorded this episode the day before Halloween. It's actually not good.
I know.
Funnily enough, there is an episode that is coming out on Halloween, but
we didn't theme it to Halloween.
Didn't theme it, so I'm theming this one. We record these a week in advance.
You really you said there's going to be a bit of a twist in this opener, and there was a real big twist because you said Halloween. And then I was like, it's not Halloween. Nor does this come out in Halloween.
It's the 7th of November, today, when people are listening. Assuming people listen every day.
But imagine how much more scared you'd be if someone rocked up on your door in a scary costume on November 7th.
True, because you wouldn't be expecting it.
Expect unexpected, and that's
actually funny because in the movie Halloween, which was like one of the original slasher movies from the 70s, I think, the one with the bad guy's name is Michael Myers.
Yes, and the actor is that famous actor.
Yes.
The woman...
Not Mike Myers.
No, the woman, she's from Freaky Friday.
Oh, what's her name again?
Lindsay Lohan's mum in Freaky Friday. The remake.
Yeah. Now I want to know who it is. Can you Google it, please?
So
What's
famous.
her name?
It's so embarrassing.
I was about to say Sandra Bullock, but it's definitely not Sandra Bullock. What's her name? It's not Rose Byrne, is it?
No. The original Halloween's Rose Byrne would have been born.
Oh, I don't even know who Rose Byrne is.
Jamie Lee Curtis. She's so famous.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
She's very famous.
I don't even know why. Oh yeah. Well, that movie, you assume he was doing that stuff on Halloween, which maybe was a bad idea because you would have expected like someone dressed as a murderer to come and murder you on Halloween.
Totally.
But anyway, we're not here to discuss Halloween. We're here to discuss Harry Potter.
You brought it up.
We should say, big announcement.
Huge announcement that we've been brooding on and we've known about for so long. No, months.
Live show number 2 is coming.
Locked in, baby.
No, we have decided to do a live show.
Hell yeah.
We're not sure what date it is, but it will be either the...
December the 14th or 15th.
Which is a Thursday, Friday. Let us know what day you would prefer it to be. But that's less than a month away, so... What do you mean?
Let us know what day you prefer it will be. By the time this comes out, it'll be locked.
Yeah, we'll have to have locked it in.
So,
Tickets available now. Link in description. radiomike.com.au/tickets, I think, was where they were last time.
If we sell all the tickets for whatever date we've chosen, maybe we'll think about doing another one.
An encore show.
An encore or a pre-call.
But it's going to be an end-of-year thing. It might have some Christmas theming. I don't know. It'll be 100%. Fun. End your year with an episode of this podcast live. We really want to do it. And it might be the last ep for the year.
HP and the B live Christmas show.
Oh. And maybe, that'll be crazy.
The chapter won't be Christmas themed.
It'll be a horrendous coincidence if it
lines up. That'll be absolutely amazing.
But the first
magical.
The first live show back in Feb, massive success. Yeah. We loved it. We would love to see more of you there. We would love to see repeat people. We just love to see you there. Please get tickets.
If I've heard anything from listeners since then, is that how jealous they were that they weren't there. And then we've heard, and we really got to meet the listeners, and they were loving it, and we were loving it.
Yeah. And meet and greet after. We hung out. We had some drinks downstairs afterwards. So it'll
Mike
be
got
good.
I
got so wasted.
I got
white boy wasted.
You signed boobs.
I signed a boobs. Yeah, that was crazy.
You know what would be good if we did get a copy of
The Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
Yeah, we should do that. But yeah, live show, either the 14th or 15th. You will know now because it'll be listed and we would have posted about it. But yeah, we're doing it, baby. We're
Hell
back.
yeah.
The boys are back. But Sam, I have a couple things that I think you're actually going to be really interested in.
Oh, well, that's a change.
Yeah. Because during the week...
Because we talked on the Patreon, we actually just talked about your vacuum cleaner for about 8 minutes.
Yeah, we do a bit of bonus content on the Patreon. I got an email this week.
Already bored.
The email...
I don't even like reading my own emails.
No, people will love this.
Okay.
You will love it. The email came in from Yeet Master. Remember Yeet Master?
Do I remember Yeet Master?
For
Yeah.
those new to the show,
I've got a list.
Yeet Master sent in a review of the podcast to Apple Podcasts, which you can do, rate it 5 stars wherever you're listening, saying, love the pod, hate Sammy though.
Hate.
Then he edited his review to say, nah, just joking, but have Luke Kidgel on or something like that.
Yeah.
I got an email from Yeet Master.
Well, and in this email, do you learn their true identity?
You do not. I'm not actually sure if it's the real Yeet Master.
Do you think it is Luke Kidgel?
I seriously doubt that it's Luke Kidgel. But let me read it. Greetings, Radio Michael. Yes, it is I, the legend, the master, the ruler of all Yeets, Yeet Master 437.
Well, the ruler of all Yeets, yet there are 436 before me.
Yeah.
So, okay.
You wanted me to reveal myself, so this is me formally revealing myself.
Oh.
I am a 13-year-old boy from Lismore, 30-minute drive southeast of Byron Bay, called Malone. I love all the stuff you do, especially HP and the Bee. That podcast was made for me. Also, despite what I said in the Apple review, I love Sammy. Lastly, I want to make a formal request to be known as Radio Yeet Master. This is me, Radio Yeet Master, signing off. So without further ado, goodbye, Amora.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting. Then
So when I said, does Yeet Master reveal who they are, you said no, and yet they have.
but they don't reveal their name. But
Malone.
no, that's where he lives. That's the town.
No, I thought he lives in Lismore.
Is his name Malone?
Didn't you just say?
Maybe he's
Didn't you just say?
His name is Malone.
Did you say my name is Malone?
I thought he was from Malone. Yeah, called Malone.
Yeah.
From Lismore, called Malone. His name is Malone. Well, Yeet Master.
You're like, I wish we knew what his bloody name was.
But also, I can't find the message, but one of the other listeners of this show sent me a message saying, hey, Mike, in regards to the Yeet Master review, in one of the episodes back in season 2, I told people to leave a review for the podcast where you said, love the podcast, hate Sammy though.
You're
so
joking.
It was actually apparently me.
You're joking.
And he was just doing that, but we forgot that.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeet Master. I'm so sorry. You're amazing.
We love the Yeet Master.
Thank you for obeying the podcast.
Yeah.
Because, we do sometimes, especially Mike throws out a lot of send a blanket emoji.
Yeah,
You know, that we forget about. I'm so sorry. I also, I didn't assume you were a minor. So when I think I had a
Sent
few
some pretty
expletives and which we've all forgotten about.
Don't show your parents.
And I'm sure, you can work that in therapy, but I hope you're well. Lismore, it's a lovely place. I know you've been affected by floods and stuff recently.
Oh, sorry
and
to
your
hear.
school is probably on stilts.
Oh, really?
Please write us in. Let me know if your school's on stilts.
Yeah, right. Keep us up to date with what you're doing.
I know some people from Lismore.
Wow.
And
is that where your dad's from?
No.
Where's your dad from?
My dad's from Narrandera.
That's right. You've said that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
anyway, just thought that was interesting to hear from the Yeet Master himself.
it is very interesting, and maybe I should be more careful about what I say about listeners. But so thank you, Yeet Master, and you know what? You are, I do believe you are the one
master
and only
of
Yeet Master.
Yeet, yeah.
It just happens that 436 people have claimed to be
The title. Yeah.
Which you were probably too young to reserve a username.
Yeah. Sam,
Yes.
we also teased at the end of last week that you were going to bring a meme, a Star Wars related meme. Do you still have that? Because we did hype it up. I feel like it would be wrong for us to not do it.
And it's good that you're keeping track of this because I was just listening to 2 episodes ago.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, oh God, we do make a few promises that by the time we get to the next week, we just reset and go again.
Can someone send in anything we've said we'd talk about but
Yeah.
just didn't end up
we
getting
need
to?
yeah, if we need to, okay.
So here is the Star Wars
the
meme.
Star Wars meme.
It's can I set the scene?
Please.
It's in the iconic Star Wars Episode 3 scene in which Anakin and Emperor Palpatine or Chancellor Palpatine are at like the opera or whatever, or like the
and
space opera.
Yeah, so it's like it's all very fluid, and they're doing something,
and
they're in like a box.
yes,
or whatever.
And in the iconic line, Chancellor Palpatine turns to Anakin and says, who is trying to manipulate Anakin. He's the bad guy.
Can I do it?
You do.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Yeah, that's it. So that's where this meme
He was
starts.
a Jedi,
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then that's where this meme starts. So
It-
during the opera,
So this is 4 panels. I guess we
panel
should
comic,
say.
yeah.
It starts with Palpatine going, "Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth?" And the next panel, Anakin goes, "I'm sorry, but would you mind not talking during the performance?" Next panel, but Anakin, it's a Chancellor. These performers worked hard to get here, and you're being rude. Now, please be quiet.
now if that actually happened in Star Wars, Darth Vader may have never been born.
Exactly, because this. We should have said this beforehand. This conversation really
Turns
turned Anakin
Anakin-
evil because
Yes.
he says he has the power to save the people he loved from death.
Yes.
So this is where Anakin decided to go dark, and the fact that he goes, well, people, they're performing.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a funny meme. One more thing before we get into the double F.
Yeah, okay.
I did send this to you, but the listeners will not know.
Unless
Was on my walk down by the Yarra River, lovely spot here in Melbourne near where I live. You live near here too.
yes, I know. Where you're from.
On my walk, listening to the new Blink-182 album, having the time of my life, when suddenly a girl is walking towards me.
So can this get any better? You've
Yeah.
already got. You're walking. You're looking like Arthur.
The theme song
Theme
of
song of
Arthur.
Arthur. You're walking on the street. You're listening to
The rhythm.
Oh my
The
God.
rhythm of the street.
the rhythm of the street.
Opening my eyes, opening my ears.
Yeah.
Girl walks towards me and she's looking at me, and I'm like,
Strange.
here we go. Who do I bloody make it out to this time?
Oh my God.
Get my-
making out.
No, like get my autograph
I'm
book out.
joking.
No, I'm joking too.
But you just thought, oh, this is funny.
Yeah, I'm like, who's this? Do I work with this person? Usually I'm like, this person must work at my work and I know them, but I don't know them.
Yeah.
And she stops me. She's like, oh my God. And I was like, oh no, is something going on behind me?
Yeah.
Am I about to be killed?
Do you have a shit on your shoulder? or
Yeah,
something?
does a bird shit on me? She then turns her phone around. She's listening to Harry Potter and the Boys in this exact moment.
Incredible.
What are the chances? She's like, oh my God, I love this podcast.
Wow.
She then tells me apparently chapter 2 of the original book has disappeared off Spotify.
Oh, no.
I can't find it. But she's like, what happened to chapter 2? And I'm like, I don't know.
Is it on Apple?
No, it's nowhere. It's just gone.
Oh my God. Maybe you said something bad.
It's a lost episode.
Who was on it?
No one. It was just me. Maybe I took it down.
Probably
I don't
for
know.
the best.
But someone was listening live. So
That is incredible. So you ran into someone and you don't know them.
I don't know them. No.
And I don't know them either.
No. How crazy is that? People actually listen to this.
So which the listeners, you listen, and we should know that you listen.
Yeah. Now,
We do.
follow up to it, and her name was Michelle. Shout out to Michelle when you get to this episode in probably 4 years, if it takes you as long as it took
See you
us
at the
to
live
make
show.
it. Yes, see you at the
In
live
2028.
Her name was Michelle. Now, I've moved house. I now have a new regular coffee shop that I go to, right?
Sure.
Unfortunately, when I moved, I had to say goodbye to Artie and Tom, where
yes.
I broke the Portugal magnet, all those great stories from that.
And
cafe.
Artie would have been very sorry to see you go.
Yeah, Artie would have hated to see me go. But
No, shout out to Tom the barman.
so my new Tom the barista is a girl called Holly, and I was in there the other day, and Holly's like, "Oh, Mike, My friend saw you the other day. I'm like, who? Oh, her name's Michelle. She was listening to your Harry Potter podcast. I started listening. I love it.
What? So 2 new listeners.
2 new listeners. So that brings the total to 4, including me and Sam.
Yeah. So the way to get listeners is get out in the street, go for walks.
Yeah. How crazy is that?
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And wow.
Yeah.
That was-
Anyway.
yeah, that was wild.
Should we get into the double?
Well, I was just going to say,
yeah.
if this was your old if this was your TCB,
Yeah.
that could have ended the podcast.
Yeah, because I have this thing on TCB where if you do literally what Michelle did,
Yeah.
you see me while listening, you win the podcast and
Yeah.
the podcast ends.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Oh, but it's at a specific moment in the podcast.
Yeah, but you need listeners for that.
Oh.
Cell phone. No, people do listen to my other podcast.
And you can too. We won't plug it. Well,
Have you got something?
Well, this is just something I saw online as well regarding Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And I guess if you are 13 years old, you might not get unless if you know who Michael Jordan is,
Yep.
you've got a good chance of
Space Jam, basketball.
mainly from basketball. Mainly from basketball.
Basketball is Space Jam adjacent.
Baseball, he did play professional
He
baseball.
did play baseball.
So
Michael Jordan, sadly, always reminds me of R. Kelly because I Believe I Can Fly, the theme song to Space Jam, was by R. Kelly. You know that song? I believe I can fly.
I do know that song.
I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door.
I believe I can fly.
I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
I can fly. I believe I can fly. Meep meep. Because the Looney Tunes.
Wow, that was good.
That was so fun.
That was fun.
So yeah, tell the Michael Jordan bit.
Well, it's not going to be as good as that. That was fun. It's just someone tweeting going, someone told me that Harry Potter is supposed to take place between 1991 and 1998,
Right.
which is right. Which is ridiculous because not once in 7 books does a single character say, man, the Chicago Bulls are having a hell of a run, huh?
Yeah,
That's so true.
I'm fine with that because they don't watch basketball.
Yeah, but what? I mean, even still, you'd hear on the other side of the world, you're like, seven championships?
I guess there are Muggleborns.
Michael Jordan.
Like maybe a Muggleborn's just watching, some basketball and like Ron's like, what's this? Oh, this is basketball. That's Michael Jordan. He was in this movie Space Jam with Bugs Bunny. Who's Bugs Bunny? Yeah.
Well, you don't think someone's on the Quidditch pitch at practice, they're like, Jordan! Like, and they're flying up pretending to dunk, but they've got a broom, into the, dunk with a quaffle.
That is actually really interesting. Like, what historical events happened in the 90s that are not... Like, no one was talking about Y2K during the Deathly
They weren't
Hallows.
worried.
They thought the world was ending, but not because of Y2K.
Yeah.
Because of Voldy Mort.
I did see another thing online. Oh my God, I wonder if I screenshotted it. Fuck.
Well, I
don't
actually
know.
still had one more thing. You've got it?
No.
Do you want me to say my thing then
Yeah.
and then we'll do the fan
Yeah.
thing? So...
I think I sent it to you, actually.
I actually just remembered that. Do you remember, like, when the last couple of Harry Potter movies were coming out, there was actually talks for a while that Emma Watson wasn't going to come back as Hermione because she wanted to, like, focus on her studies and stuff.
Right.
And they were like, and then apparently she came back because she couldn't picture somebody else playing Hermione. And just imagine how different that would have been if, like, there's 6 movies with Emma Watson and then in the last movie there's just some other chick playing Hermione and no one
It
references
would just be so weird. It wouldn't work.
I wonder who it would have been, like Dakota Fanning or something.
Oh, yeah. But she looks more like a Luna.
A Luna. Yeah, she's a Luna. Who could have been?
Kristen Stewart.
I was going to say. But is
was
that
just
just
the
because
right
she was
time.
in Twilight at
But
the
and it
time?
was around that time, yeah. But that's why anything happens.
Yeah, true.
Um,
Imagine that. Kristen
just who's-
Stewart just pivots into Hermione.
Yeah.
And then someone has to fill in for Kristen Stewart on Twilight.
Twilight.
So maybe Emma Watson goes and does that. It's a switcheroo.
Yeah, she would have been great.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, anyway,
sorry, let's
should we
get
get
in-
into
yeah,
the
let's get
double
in-
F? Now, we left off last week with Cheese. There was a big Commentor attack Mr. Charger came to take Gemini again, and then they were out the front with a huge amount of Commentors swarming the school.
Yeah.
Kids were having orgies to get rid of all their cum, but as we found out, the human boy can generate way too much cum.
Yes.
And then
we found out that through the book. We didn't not by any other means.
Cheeseman Damo casts Sexpecto Patrocum.
You've locked the orientation of
so
this
I need
iPad.
to unlock that. And
So no issues with the
We-
iPad. Oh my fucking god!
We pick it
Mike
up.
just threw his iPad, but caught it by
Accidentally.
the cover. The cover that all grandmas have on their iPads.
we pick up on chapter 25 to see what's happening in this bizarre book. And
Are you worried about the lighting in here, by the way, or are you fine?
No, I'm not.
good.
I'm not
Yeah,
worried.
great.
Are you worried?
No,
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
I guess it's an audio medium anyway.
Hakuna Matata.
We're in pitch black right now, guys. No.
And get the video versions on Patreon.
No, the video-
Patreon.com/Harry
It looks
Potter
great
and
to
the
see-
Boys.
To see what we're talking about.
We pick it up, Sam, and we start as always by reading the title of the chapter, which is this week.
Chapter 25, The Very Jealous Harry.
Ooh.
I went for an R that time.
Because
But it wasn't that, it's not that crazy.
do you think listeners at home listening do the like, and we start by reading the title of the chapters and the oohs with us?
I think they do the oohs.
Yeah?
Maybe.
Send us we'll make that the Spotify poll this week. Do you do the oohs with us? And comment anything you do along with us during the show.
Another podcast I
Except for bloody laughing.
Yeah. Podcast I listen the Marty Sheargold show,
Yes.
which is a radio show in Melbourne that has a podcast.
Yes.
When they go from radio show to the podcast that they do, podcast only bit that they do at the end, it always goes backhand's back, and then
yeah.
and Marty, who is the host of the show, goes, or someone in the room always goes ba-da-da. So he goes backhand's back, ba-da-da, and then they go. But then Marty's been away.
Yes.
And I've noticed no one's been doing that.
Ah,
so
so
he goes, backhand's back. And then goes, all right, we're here for the back end of the show. And so I'm walking along and it's going, backhand's back. And I'm going, da-da-da. But I'm just like walking in the street.
Well, I always do with the Hamish and Andy pod when I listen back to it, like the 3, 2, sorry, still buffering.
Bum, bum, bum,
And then it goes. I always do that.
You know what I do during that?
What?
Skip.
Oh, do you really? Okay. Well, anyway, let's.
So I'm like, oh, you're not still buffering.
yeah, true.
This
It's
is
just
just
like
a
it's
bit-
old now. Anyway, let's get into.
Sorry, this
into
is
the
our
topic.
podcast.
Yeah.
The Very Jealous Harry. Ba-da-da. A party was thrown the next. Sorry, but we ended. Weren't they all outside? Or something
Yeah,
like
I think we've picked up
somewhere
now.
else.
Yeah, that's sort of how chapters work.
You know
like
what I
it's
was
a
thinking?
new
We
scene.
should, yeah, it does. Yeah. You know what we should have?
We got one line in. Yes.
Actually, I'll get to it when we get to it.
Okay.
A party was thrown the next night for all of the students and teachers and 4 of the centaurs who were elected independently by the centaur commissioner, Harkley Caracosta. I think we should have like a new character unlocked sound, or like new character
like
announcement.
in like Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
When you're about to unlock a new character, it goes challenger approaching, and it goes "Wah, wah, wah," like a siren.
Great. I don't know that, but let's do it.
Do you want the challenger approaching
Yeah. Challenger.
sound?
But does it say anything, or you just go, oh?
It just says challenger
screen,
on the screen.
just-
There's no voiceover, no.
Oh,
But
we
you'll
should-
see a silhouette of like, say you're about to unlock, I don't know, like Mewtwo. You'll see a silhouette of Mewtwo. It's like challenger approaching.
I like where your head's at. What I will say, audio medium.
Yeah, true. Well, do you want me to create something?
I don't know. That's too much effort, isn't it?
It's a lot of effort.
New character unlocked. Harkley Caracosta.
Can
so-
someone actually keep a lot? Well, no one has done it, but like keep a log of all the characters in the book. I guess that is
New
the
character
book.
alert.
Make a list of all these names. Boxley Washington, who was Chalk Washington as
Yeah.
well for a bit. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Fox de Fungorius.
That was good. Piano Jones.
Piano Jones.
Geodude Garavalo?
Giavarlo.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Anyway.
Fuck, there's so many memories.
Yeah, so anyway.
Shampoo Jones.
Yeah. Oh, Shampoo Jones.
I'm just listening off the top of my head.
Exactly. This is, we had a list. So anyway.
Keaton.
So 4 of the centaurs who were elected independently, it's meant to say, by the Centaur Commissioner, Harkley Caracosta, was allowed to go. So 4 of these were allowed to go to the party. Because,
I guess so, yeah.
Because the Centaur Commissioner, Harkley Caracosta, so, I mean...
That seems good to me.
They must be Greek.
But does... Caracosta. Harkley doesn't sound very Greek, though. Harkley sounds very, like, Anglo-Saxon.
Second gen.
Okay, let's keep going.
Cheeseman Damo had indeed saved Hogwarts from the Commentors and saved everyone's lives, even the boys. And they were grateful. Okay. The Minister of Magic, Boxley Washington, had come all the way in from London to personally thank Cheeseman Damo. Now, what kind of voice do we think?
Can I be the minister?
Yeah, I think you should.
Actually?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm Boxley Washington. I don't think he's spoken. I think he's only been mentioned. On behalf of the ministry. Is that good?
Yeah, I think that's more chalky. No, that was good. No. You actually did really well.
On behalf of the ministry, we would like to personally thank Cheeseman Damo and also present you with this bravery award.
He handed an award to Cheeseman, which was shaped like a giant cock.
A lot of awards kind of are.
Yeah.
Professor Damo, one day you will make a fine headmaster, or perhaps a minister of magic. Oh, Nearly Dickless Ned, hello!
Boxley walked away and began talking to NDN. So, in brackets, can't be bothered writing it again.
As in Nearly Dickless
Yeah,
Ned.
which surely it was longer to... Anyway.
To specify that.
I love that... I mean, Professor Damo isn't he the head of HR? But now he's professor.
He was the head of HR.
Oh, but then did he take over something this year?
Well, now he's Defense Against the Dark
That's
Arts
right.
/farts, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, of course. Nearly Dickless Ned, hello, that's funny. NDN, who was filled with his usual... You sees? And complaining about his role in the book being smaller than the last book.
Did have quite a big role in the second book, as did Nearly Headless Nick.
Yeah.
Who didn't have heaps to do later, despite still... But I appreciate that
He also-
NDN is still floating around.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah, and he always will be. Until he's,
Till he...
finishes his business.
Yeah. Well, Nearly
business.
didn't Nearly Headless Nick go on holidays or something?
Oh.
Wasn't that what happened? Or he resigned? I don't know. Anyway,
Maybe.
someone go reread the books.
During the party, which again took place in the Great Hall, Harry was looking slightly glum, sitting in his headmaster chair with his arms crossed and rolling his eyes, muttering stuff like, it's only 8 Commentors, anyone could do that. And what's the big deal? He isn't even hot. And I would have saved everyone too, but I was too busy that day. And what the fuck? I am not jealous. Why would I be jealous of him? This is you actually.
Oh, another mic line. This is Socky. No one said anything, Harry.
Said Socky.
So I guess Harry's doing this. No one said anything, Harry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I just want to be known that I'm not jealous, Harry said, looking at Socky.
Copy that, Harry. Not jealous.
Said Socky. Hermione sat down next to Harry, sipping a gin and tonic, and she dressed really sexily. Maybe she wanted to have sex that night.
There's no other reason you would dress sexily.
Yeah, no, women can dress however they want.
They can.
As she sat down, Harry kept making sounds like, and sighing really loudly, hoping Hermione would be like, oh, yeah. So he's like,
And Hermione's just like... So he's trying to get the attention of someone to be like, what's the matter, Harry?
yeah.
Did you ever see that French and Saunders parody of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets?
Oh, yeah,
ages ago?
Yeah, with the... And am I in this scene?
Yeah.
You're next to the... I'm next to the king. Who?
Yeah, and there's like someone playing McGonagall, and she's like,
that.
I actually have the easiest job of all because all I get to say is, "What's the matter, Harry?" And then it just like cuts to like 3 different shots of her being like, "What's the matter, Harry? What's the matter, Harry? What's the matter, Harry?" And then it's like, and then sherbet lemon, and then just 3 shots.
Lemon. Sherbet lemon.
I actually love that because
Fuck. Why is that funnier than anything we've ever done?
they also did a parody of Daniel Radcliffe in that or something, and I think it's Dawn French, and she's like pretending to be Daniel Radcliffe in an interview, and she's like, "Yeah, coming back from this for the second film was it can be challenging. It was really sort of challenging in a challenging sort of way." And I do remember when like 12-year-old Daniel Radcliffe was doing press for that movie on Oprah, and she was like, "Yeah, it's really challenging."
I mean, it's so cruel. He's 12 years old. Like,
Yeah, what do you expect him to say?
when I was 12 years old, if I had to go into like the principal's office or something, even for I'm not in trouble, I just like melt.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I don't know.
All right, so he's making these sounds.
And sighing really loudly, hoping Hermione would be like, "What's wrong, Harry?" But she just didn't.
What's the matter, Harry?
Yeah. What's the matter, Harry? Harry raised up Socky, who was on his hand, and Socky simply said,
Well, this is going to be hard because the line actually goes over the page.
Yeah, I'll help you.
So to time it, you're going to have to time the page turn correctly. Okay?
and you guys can guess where the word.
Guess where it changes. Yeah. All right, ready? Don't worry, Harry. I still think you're the best wizard in the school.
Okay, you went for the fastest you've ever read anything.
Sorry. Go back because I don't know what's after school. All right, I'll go a bit slower. Don't worry, Harry. I still think you're the best wizard in the school. You're amazing, and everyone knows you're the most famous person in the wizarding world. And you're the best breakdancer in the whole suburb. Which I think is a Summer Heights High reference.
Oh, yeah, okay.
His friend's like, Jonah's friend is like,
yes.
You're the best breakdancer in the whole suburb.
Did you actually say that?
I think so.
Yeah, so this one definitely is from that then.
I think so.
Thanks, Socky. Honestly, it means the world to have friends to support me during this time, said Harry. He did some breakdancing as Neville took a seat next to him. So who did the breakdancing? Harry.
Yeah.
But as Neville
took a seat next to him.
Who are you, Harry? Said Neville. Fuck off, Neville. Don't sit near me. Monsieur Chargeur was parading around to everyone, hyping up Cheeseman Damo and his impressive feat, ridding the school of the Commentors, and the boys strolled over. Professor Damo, we need your help, said Luke. Of course, boys. What's going on? I mean, to be fair, I literally did just help the whole fucking school, didn't I? Okay, sorry. I know I'm one of the serious characters, but I'm just having a bit of fun, said Cheeseman, as he finger gunsed the camera and winked with a sense of bravado. Not bravado. Bravado. I like that.
Feels like what Barney Stinson would call it. Bro, you gotta have bravado.
Yeah. I don't want to be one of the serious characters. I'm just having a bit of fun.
Do your best Barney Stinson. You do a good Barney Stinson. Ted.
That was good.
Is that?
Yeah.
Ted, don't even think about being married until you're 30. Not great.
Legend, wait for it, dairy.
Legend, hope you're not lactose intolerant because the next part of that word is dairy.
That's the bit.
You did that. I thought you were really good.
I could do this. What about that suit song? We've already done a song today.
Nothing suits me like a suit. We'll do that next week. Iconic character Barney Stinson, but also we should note Matthew Perry. Really sad news. Just to
and the link is that they were male actors.
The link that they were both actors in popular New York-based sitcoms.
Matthew Perry is dead,
which is really sad. I was so sad to hear that.
Yeah,
so devastated. And as of when we're recording this, the cast members of Friends are yet to put out a statement, any of them individually or together. I'm sure by the time this is out, they will have. But yeah,
yeah, oh yeah, it's super sad.
So sad.
I won't go into. I was like, should I?
Now let's read a funny fan fiction.
Should I go into any kind of jokes about it? But I saw someone post status. They wrote, "Could he be any more dead?"
I saw that too.
Oh yeah, is it
I thought it was too soon.
Is it the same guy? Do we have friend? Or
maybe.
No? Or maybe he just copied that status.
I mean, I think it was going around. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So he winked at the cameras.
Harry had glanced over from his seat and saw that. Come on, that's my thing. He stole that from me.
Yeah, Harry, that's your thing.
Said Socky. Sorry.
Sam was like,
I was gesturing to Mike to said Socky. I was reading like, well, I've read it, so the listeners should know.
Let's clean that up. Yeah, Harry, that's your thing.
Said Socky.
He stole that from you.
Harry looked over at Neville, who was silent. He stole that from you, Harry, Neville said. Neville, I seriously said fuck off and don't sit here.
Socky said that.
Socky said that.
So that feels like Harry's getting confused about...
Yeah.
So, Neville, I seriously said fuck off and don't sit here.
Socky said. Neville called his grandma to pick him up, but she died a while ago.
Oh.
Matthew Perry.
Don't make him...
Don't.
We both thought it, but no.
Professor Damo. Oh, no, it's not him. Oh, fuck. It's too many of your characters.
Professor Damo, can I call you Cheese Man?
Asked Dimmy. No, said Professor Damo.
Okay, no problem, Professor Damo. Could I call you Dame?
Dame asked. Asked Dimmy. Dame asked Cheeseman Damo.
Dame, like short for Damo.
No.
Okay, what about Cheeseboy 69?
No.
Per Damester?
No.
Dame Edna?
No.
The Damester?
No.
Brendan?
Brendan?
Brendan.
What?
Can we do that whole thing again? Okay.
Okay.
So this is Dibby and Cheeseman Damo. Professor Damo, let's do no.
Yeah.
Professor Damo, can I call you Cheeseman?
No.
Okay, no problem, Professor Damo. Could I call you Dame?
Dame?
Dame, like short for Damo.
No.
Okay, what about Cheeseboy 69?
No.
Pro Damester?
No.
Dame Edna?
No.
The Damester?
No.
Brendan?
Brendan? What?
Anyway, Brendan.
So I'm just imagining Mike acting with you in like a sketch and or in a play, and it's like we get 3 of the lines right, and you just break for a minute.
Okay.
That was good though.
Yeah. Anyway, Brendan. The guys and I have been talking, and as self-appointed leader of the group,
Everyone rolled their eyes.
we decided we need you to teach us how to defend ourselves against the Commenters. We saw you use that spell, and we really need... Sorry, low battery came up on the iPad.
Oh my god. Anyway.
We saw you use that spell, and we really need to learn it, like fast. Sorry, this is long. Can I take the iPad?
I get, yeah.
So if we could just wrap up this party and head to the classroom, that would be great. Also, Judge Bush is having dinner at my dad's place tonight, and my dad is going to ask him about Osama bin Laden. Hang on a sec. I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Hey, Adam Sandler.
I'll get it.
Yeah? Oh, man, I'd love to star in your new movie. That would be awesome. Okay, yeah, great. Okay, get your people to call my people. Okay, yep. Okay, bye-bye, love you, bye. 1 sec, guys, sorry. Hey, Betty? Yeah, that was Adam. Yeah, he said his people are going to call you. Yeah, well, make sure. Yeah, just make sure. Betty, listen to me, Okay, Betty. Okay, listen, just make sure you get all the details to Gavin. Yep. Okay, see you, Betty.
Demi looked at everyone.
Gavin's my manager.
That was amazing.
Gavin's my manager.
Which we assume these were 2 fake phone calls.
That happened in rapid succession.
Yep.
All
yep.
invented.
Yeah.
Betty, yeah. Yeah, Betty, just Betty,
listen to me.
Betty, listen, Betty.
That's very funny. But then who's Betty?
Maybe his assistant.
Okay. That's
Just make sure you get it to
funny.
Gavin. Gavin's my manager.
Gavin's my manager. Wow. Monsieur, I don't know what else to say about that. That was great.
That was a whole page.
That was really great.
Thanks, man.
Because we really got the information we needed out of the first 3-4 lines, which was Professor Damo, we need you to teach us about defending against commentals.
But it does feel like Dimmy, if he's getting lines in the book, he has to make the most of it in the world of the book.
Yeah.
But also, George Bush is having dinner at his dad's place.
That's great.
And they're going to
That's cool.
ask about Osama bin Laden, who, at the time of writing, would be dead within a year.
So he was alive at this point.
Did bin Laden die in 2008? I just remember Obama.
Oh, God.
Was it Bush or Obama that came out and was like, ladies and gentlemen, we got him?
It was Obama, I reckon.
Was it?
Oh, wait.
No, yeah, it was because George Bush did it when they got caught Saddam Hussein. I don't know why I was so obsessed with terrorism. It was big
And
back
then, and I think those were kind of more classy ones. And then Trump came out when they had he was another guy Abu. Oh my God, well, Trump didn't even say his name right, so he was like, "Yeah, we got Abu." Abu's he's dead.
Why does he sound?
He's dead.
Why does he sound like Dimmy?
I don't know. I just don't Dimmy.
No, but Dimmy actually
Yeah, he
does
does.
sound like a young Trump. We got him. He's dead. He's not coming
super,
back. He's
super dead. We got him. We did it. We got him the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Like it was just
No.
big. Like he's dead. Dead. We shot him in the head. He's dead.
I think actually Bush was just, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I'm pretty sure Obama with Bin Laden was like, at 4:23 p.m. today, a special unit service from the U.S. military set out on an expedition to capture and kill Osama bin Laden, and they were successful. Like he was very professional,
Yeah.
whereas Bush talked about Saddam as in like,
and they
we got
didn't they live broadcast?
he's hanging. Yeah. I think so. Don't look it up, Moran. What's
It's Malone.
Yeet master? Okay, let's pick it up.
Monsieur Chargeur smiled gleefully at the idea of giving the boys extra private lessons.
That's weird.
But he wasn't talking to him.
But he was next to Professor Damo.
Yes, of course, Professor Damo. We can teach them together as a co-project. Teach the boys as a special classroom initiative. That's, the worst accent from me, but
Yeah.
let's say it's because I believe that Mr. Charge's accent is very bad.
Yeah.
No,
No.
the boys all yelled.
Sorry, because they all
was good,
yelled.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks.
We don't want you. We don't want you. Again, like in every chapter, we know you're Mr. Charger in disguise, and we don't want you to... Swoosh! A massive piano fell from the roof and was labelled with piano to drop from roof in Great Hall to kill the boys when they are standing in this spot. Set up by Mr. Charger to use at an opportune moment and hopefully not accidentally kill a different innocent student. For example, Cashin McGovern, who was my
Beep,
favourite
beep.
potion student. New character alert.
Cashian McGovern.
Cashian McGovern, who was my favourite potion student. And then the next line is Chasian McGovern had been crushed by the piano. Well, thank God it wasn't Cashian. I'll tell you that much. So it's obviously Mike has misspelled
Cashian.
Cashian.
To Chasian. Anyway.
Yeah. McGovern had been crushed by the piano, and the Piano Jones, got up to leave, explaining, "I've got to run. I'm late for a recording session. Simon's going to kill me."
So this is still at the point in the Piano Jones timeline where he's not like, because we already know that Piano Jones becomes a global superstar.
Yes.
But this is almost just after his audition to be on the show, we think.
But it seems like it's obviously he's going to be the next big thing at this point.
Yes.
But he's still working.
And we know that. He doesn't though.
Yeah, but he's still working as a
Piano that falls
piano
from
that
the
falls
sky.
sky. You got to make ends meet, you know?
Yeah.
Simon Cowell was at the door of the Great Hall, tapping his watch. They overheard a commotion between Piano Jones and Simon. Where were you? Is this a joke to you? Is it a fucking joke? Do you want this? Do you want this record deal? Do you want to collab with Eminem and Beyonce or not? Because you're not gonna get it here. That wasn't a very good song, but it was
that.
okay.
Your days of falling from the sky are over.
Over.
You're going to be a star, Jones. Who's the colonel
We've got
from
to have your audition.
the
I
colonel
love
from
that.
Elvis, Tom Hanks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got. Well, how does he speak? He's got that
know.
weird. Yeah, I don't
Very
know.
drawly.
Yeah, you're gonna be a star, Jones. I'm gonna make you a star.
Anyway, it's a
No
fucking joke. Do
more
you want-
falling from the sky. You'll only be flying in the sky in a private jet because you'll be rich and famous, just like me.
Take my word for it, Jones. Anyway, the boys looked at Monsieur Chargeur. No, mon ami. You are not seriously suggesting that I set that piano up to kill you? That is ridiculous, boys. I am your teacher. I live to protect you and teach you. That is all. Cheeseman Dame looked at the boys. No, Winstone, they're right. This is something I need to teach them. And then Commentors certainly, and then, and them, maybe. And them Commentors certainly take a liking to you. Boys, I will teach you. tomorrow in my office, 9 a.m. sharp. Meet me there at 11 a.m. What the fuck? 9 a.m. sharp. Meet me there at 11 a.m. Don't worry about being there right on time. Maybe I should read this all in a row. So that
I think you should just read the whole sentence.
Boys, I will teach you. Tomorrow, in my office, 9 a.m. sharp. Meet me there at 11 a.m. Don't worry about being there right on time. I'll just be pottering around. Meet me after lunch. Don't be late. Whatever works for you. I'll meet you. I'm not busy. I have appointments tomorrow.
How many contradictions? 9 a.m. sharp. Meet me at 11 a.m. and don't worry about being on time.
I'll just be pottering around.
Then meet me after lunch. Don't be late. Whenever works for you. I'll meet you.
I'm not busy.
I'm not busy. I have appointments tomorrow.
Okay, the boys said, eager to learn how to ward off the Commentors.
Okay. Oh.
Harry had used one of the smart whiteboards to start playing Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban on the big screen and had slowly been bumping the volume up so it played through the speakers in the Great Hall. That is amazing. He kept sort of making eye contact with people and like gesturing over the screen and pointing, being like, "Watch this bit. Watch
He's got the bit up where he wards off the Commentors. He's like, "Watch this.
Hey, watch
That's
this."
me. I did that.
Yeah.
That's me. Who's Cheeseman? What's Cheeseman? Who's Cheeseman?
Because that's me. That's me trying to save it, and that's actually me on the side of the river. You'll find out that later.
Yeah.
So I do it twice.
Cheeseman. What? Cheeseman did this yesterday. That's 50 years ago. Movie came out in like 2003. It was ages ago.
No one was doing this back then.
No one was doing it. I did this.
That is
anyway,
really funny.
that's the end of the chapter.
Slowly bumping up the
Paul, the local murderer, still not come back yet. But Piano Jones does continue
featuring
to come back.
and Simon Cowell.
And Simon Cowell, Sockie, a great lineup of characters in this book. Because last book we had Dildo Dilderoni. He was all right. We had the dragon who killed Gorby Bolonsky, Father Goyle. We had a few good ones. But this one I've really enjoyed the recurring characters.
Yeah, same. And you can enjoy more of us by listening to the podcast and attending the live show.
Either the 14th or the 15th of December.
Let's just call it mid-December.
You'll know now. You will know right now when it is. Go and get tickets. They're very cheap. We've made them as cheap as possible. We're not trying to become millionaires off this live show. But if 1 million people come, we will make potentially $25 million.
Wow.
And we will gift $1 million to one of the listeners. So get all your friends.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, then we have 24 million. We split it 12 each. But that won't come. But come along. We'd love to see you there. Christmas, it's going to be fun. I love that time of year anyway. So, I'll be having fun. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Tickets available, description in link in description. Whatever.
Hey, we're saying it now because right now we haven't done it yet, but we will by the time.
And it's a lot of effort to do it, but yeah. Anyway.
Love ya.
Goodbye.
Amores.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Don't really.
No, actually, what are you doing? Just out of interest.
I've got the Cheap Seats recording.
Ah, cool. Are you doing studio warm-up or is that finished yet?
It's finished, yeah.
Cool.